Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor, which is due unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Mulson rule well, and have taught me this truth. Alright, and Shalom to the Lord's elect, starting with 144,000. Okay, Yahweh, Bahasham, Shai, Bahasham, Kadash, Brakatham. Okay, to the brethren out there, teaching and enduring in the faith. And yeah, man, what I wanted to get into is when we're pretty much, man, we're approaching. You see what's going on in the news with the prophecy, what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on in the Ukraine, what's going on around the world, uproars of the people. All the end time indicators, all the end time signs in the scriptures, they're popping off. Okay, they're happening, and like it says in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, it's speaking. And you know what? One of the major prophecies that we're waiting for to fully come to fruition, which Esau's been working on, is the mark of the beast prophecy, the microchip implant, right? Now, in Revelation 13 and 16, it goes into that. All right, that no man is going to be able to buy or sell save he that had the mark. All right, and Esau, okay, is basically going to cause. He's going to cause all to receive that mark. Now, the only ones that aren't gonna, the ones that are being warned of not taking that mark, okay, and taking heed to that, is the elect. Because the rest of the people, whether they resist it for a while or not, they're gonna take it. They're gonna have to get judged, okay, with that thermonuclear fire. Now, having said all that, the scriptures talk about holy conversation. It talks about, especially these things when you're seeing the day approaching, the evil day, right? It talks about faith, okay. It talks about the different men of old and their accounts of faith in Hebrews 11th chapter, right? And what I wanted to talk about is right now, the different things that are going on around the world, different things that have been happening with brothers in them, just from things that I've been hearing just over here in the UK, different things that brothers are going through in their personal lives, which obviously I ain't gonna put it out there, but the point is that, the afflictions of the brotherhood, okay, the afflictions of the brotherhood are, it's not something like it's uncommon, like it's happening all around the world. It's happening globally. We're enduring and we're sacrificing. We're sacrificing our lives, okay, for this truth. And pretty much what I was meditating on, I might be rambling a bit, excuse me, but what I was meditating on, pretty much, this is the point, is that things are happening in brothers' lives, in situations, from what I personally can see, to increase our faith, okay. Now, I know that goes without saying, but what I mean by it is, really to prepare us, because we're at the end, we're close, to really start to prepare, okay, start, if there's any nook and crannies, to start really beating that out and get the units tight, okay, whether that be, through communication, things happening to highlight. A lot of things are getting highlighted, okay? A lot of things are getting highlighted, okay? And those things are being highlighted for a reason, because if we have any weaknesses, we need to be a strong unit. We need to be tight, Okay, and we need to be prepared for what's to come around the corner, because things are about to get crazy out here. Okay, it's about to get crazy, and hey, the Lord is preparing His flock. He's preparing the household of faith and increasing our faith and putting us through situations where, you know, he is brought to mind, where we are, you know, when we know that it might even seem like an impossible situation, it might seem like a situation where, you know, you don't know how you're going to get out of it, but more and more times the Lord is doing these things, putting you through these trials and tribulations. Okay, remember the scriptures say in Peter's about the fiery trial. Okay, to not be I forgot the exact word is, but basically don't be shocked. Like, you're going through this fiery trial. Yeah, you come to serve the Lord. Okay, you come to make this sacrifice, to give up your own life, to carry your cross. Okay, but at the same time, the Lord is building you up, putting you through situations, and then, you know what, getting you through those situations. Okay, so then all the praise goes to Yahweh Shai. You know, because if we're being spiritual, what we're doing in these situations, we're praying, and the Lord is answering our prayers. Okay, Psalms 34:7, it says what? That the angels encamp round about the righteous. Okay, those that fear Yahweh Shai, and what? Delivereth them. Okay, and pretty much that's we're gonna need that, man. We need that. Okay, we need that, man. So going through different, you know, the weaknesses need to be purged out. You know, we've all come into this ministry with different things, but weaknesses need to be purged out and worked upon to the best of our ability. And we need to rely, it boosts our faith, it brings us tighter together, and it boosts our faith to rely on Yahweh Shai even more in our minds, because we're in the flesh, you know. Sometimes scriptures say the spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, you know. But as you can see, the time's approaching, man. With what's going on, we're very close. We're very close. It's very exciting, you know. It's very exciting. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to digest, a lot to reason on, and you know, preparing spiritually, man. That's what we've been doing all this time. That's what we've been doing. That's what our apostles and bishops and elders have taught us. Okay, they've led by example. We've been preparing. Okay, we're here. We're in slavery. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. We're in the end times with Jacob's troubles there. Okay, we're pretty much like at the cusp of that. Okay, you got all kinds of prophecy being fulfilled in the Middle East and different places. Okay, you got all kinds of technology coming out. Okay, that mark of the beast, the microchip implant. Okay, Elon Musk doing human trials and all that. So we're close. Anyone that's got a spiritual eye can see that we are close. Okay, not no 10-year, 20-year. No, we're close. This is at the door. So the mindset is, okay, is salvation, and whatever that takes, whatever sacrifice it takes, because the Lord is going to test your humility. The Lord is going to test your faith. The Lord is going to test your communication. The Lord is going to test whether you have selfishness in you amongst the brethren. The Lord is going to test, you know, how much the people in the world mean to you over the truth. The Lord's going to do different things and put you through different trials and tribulations to test you, because ultimately, if you're of the elect, all that's going to happen is it's going to make you stronger and more prepared for what's coming. Okay, spiritually. Okay, and hey, you know, that's what I've been meditating on, and because I'm going through my own trials and tribulations, and you know, Satan was trying to sift Peter as wheat. Yahweh Shai said that to him. Satan's active, man, like a roaring lion. You know, he's going around, but you know what? Hey, we have a guard against that. Right? We have prayer. We have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know, communication is one of the important things I wanted to talk about, because I've lacked many times on communication. I was reasoning with a brother today, and I told him, I said, you know, I've had demons, and I'm very close with this brother, and I've had demons jump on me sometimes where, you know, don't bother him, you know, because the demons don't want you to check in. The demons don't want you to reason, okay? And then you're just going about your day, you're going through your different trials and tribulations, and you know what? You ain't bouncing off no one, okay? It's just you in your own head, all right? And that, hey, there's a reason that it's a brotherhood. There's a reason why it's a ministry, okay? Not no one-man show. Okay, you don't have to take all of that on yourself. Okay, you can share that burden, man. And you know what? You'll be hearing perspectives and reasoning from wise men on how you can go about things and how you can better yourself. Okay? And I don't mean that carnally, which sometimes it can even be in a sense of like brothers can help you maneuver in the world. What I'm talking about is spiritually, purging certain things out of you that are not cohesive or, you know, bringing or fruitful for the ministry, you know. So yeah, man, you know, that's what I've been meditating on for myself, you know, and that's what I've been meditating on recently. You know what? Basic principles. You know, Elder Ramar, our elder over here, the head of the camp over in the United Kingdom, you know, he always says that. He talks about principles, you know. So principles, you know, principle meaning I think goes back to first. Okay, there's principles, man. We've got to be principled. We've got to have integrity. And you know, you're not always gonna have that, because we're in the flesh. You might falter, you know. I have many times, but you have to learn from it, grow from it, and stop doing that shit. You know, that's the growth. So anyway, you know, that's what I've been meditating on, and Lord willing, it's been an edifying lesson. All right, just a quick hit, man. So on my way home, I was with Akim on my way home, and you know, I'm gonna teach tomorrow. Looking forward to that, man. And yeah, man, Lord willing, it's an edifying lesson, you know. And with that, man, you know, I'm gonna say shalom to the Lord's elect.